Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into something that makes algebra super fun and easy. And what we have on the board is addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Just the way we add and subtract numbers, we can also do the same with algebra. The only secret is to combine like terms. Think of it like collecting fruits like apples, oranges, and so on. Okay, so let's see the first question we have on the board. Here we have a plus a plus a plus a plus a. Now we can actually add this. Okay, so let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a plus a plus a plus a is equal to 5a. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5a. Okay, this can also be written as 5 times a. That is a in 5 places. Okay, but let's leave it like this. So 5a. Now here we have y plus y plus y plus y plus y plus y. How many y's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is equal to 6y. Okay, number 3, we have 7t minus 3t plus 4t minus 5t. Okay, so let's have the ones with the plus on one side, excuse me, and then the ones with the minus sign on one side. So I have here 7t. So let me bring down my 7t. This is equal to 7t. Okay, I have plus 4 here, plus 4t. All right, so I've collected the ones with the plus sign. So let's have minus 3t minus 5t. Okay, so 7t plus 4t, this is equal to 11t. So minus 3t minus 5t is minus 8t. 11t minus 8t is equal to 3t. Okay, let's take a look at more examples. So example number 4, we have 12h plus h plus 8h. 12h plus h is 13h plus 8h, we have 21h. So here we have 21h. Now you can begin by adding the coefficients of each of the variables. You add the coefficient. Here we have 12. Here there is an invisible 1, and here we have 8. So 12 plus 1 is 13, and 13 plus 8 is 21. So here we have 21h. Okay, here we have number 5. We have minus 4y minus 3y minus 5y. Okay, so minus 4 minus 3 is minus 7. Minus 7 minus 5 is minus 12. So here we have, this is equal to minus 12y. Okay, these are just addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. After this, we are going to take multiplication and division, but let's be done with this. Here we have 7k plus k minus 3k. 7k plus k, which is 1k, is 8k. 8 minus 3k, 8k minus 3k is equal to 5k. Okay, so here we have 13d minus d minus 2d minus 4d. So here I have 13d minus d minus 2d is minus 3d. Minus 3d minus 4d is minus 7d. What did I do? I added the coefficients of d. So here is 4, here is 2, minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6, minus 6 minus 1 is minus 7. Okay, so I have minus 7d. 13d minus 7d is going to give me 6d. So 13 minus 7 is 6. All right, so minus 13d minus, 13d minus 7d is equal to 6d. All right, let's consider more examples. All right, let's move on to multiplication and division of algebraic expressions. Now, number one, we have a times a. All right, now remember the law of indices. When you're multiplying two variables, there is an invisible power 1 here. There's another invisible power 1 here. So what you do, you take one of the base and you add the power. So a times a is equal to a squared, right? Now here we have 3a times a. This is going to be 3a squared. So you pick the coefficient. There is an invisible coefficient 1 here. You multiply the coefficient and then you multiply the variable. So 3 times 1 is 3. A times a is a squared. Now, multiplication of algebra can also be looked at as repeated addition. Multiplication can be described as repeated addition. What do I mean? Here we have 5x plus 5x plus 5x plus 5x plus 5x. This is repeated addition. This is the same thing as 5x times 5. 5x times 5 is the same thing as 5x plus 5x plus 5x plus 5x plus 5x. So multiplication can be described as repeated addition. So what do I do? 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. 20 plus 5 is 25. If you look at what I have here, 5x times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. And I bring in my x. So 5x times 5 is equal to 25x. So for number 4, we have 5y times 2y. First of all, you multiply the coefficient. The coefficient of y here is 5, and the coefficient of y here is 2. So you multiply the coefficient, which is 5 times 2. Then you multiply the variables times y times y. So this is equal to 5 times 2 is 10. Y times y is y squared. So when you have something like this, 5y times 2y, the answer is 10y squared. I hope you still remember how we got the y squared. According to the law of indices, you take one of the base, you add the powers, okay? So here, number 5, we have 2a times 2a times 2a times 2a. All right, first, you have to multiply the coefficient. So we have here, we have 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And then you also multiply the variables. This is times a times a times a times a. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So this is equal to 16 times a times a times a times a. Remember, we have an invisible power 1 on all of them. Okay, so you take one of the base, you add the power. So we are going to have a raised to power 4. So this is equal to 16a raised to power 4. Okay, so now here we have 3b times 2b times 3b times 2b times b. The first thing to do is to multiply all the coefficients and then we can multiply the variables. Okay, so here we have 3 times 2 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, and then you now multiply the variables. This is times b 1 2 3 4 5 times b times b times b. Okay, this space is not going to be enough, so let me bring it down. So for the variables, I have b times b times b times b times b. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so let's multiply this. So we have 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 times 2 is 36. 36 times 1 is still 36. So here we have 36. Okay, so for our variables, we have b times b times b times b. So let me count 1 2 3 4 5. So this is equal to b raised to the power 5. Okay, so we have to put them all together now. So we have 36 times b raised to the power 5, and this is equal to 36b. 36. This is 36b raised to the power 5. So this 3b times 2b times 3b times 2b times b is equal to 36b raised to the power 5. So for number 7, under the multiplication of algebraic expressions, we have 5a times 8d. Remember, like I said before, you multiply the coefficients, yes. So here we are going to have 5 times 8, and then we now multiply it by a times b. Okay, and this is equal to 5 times 8 is 40. A times b is ab. So two variables that are not the same can actually multiply themselves like this. Okay, so in the next question we have 5x times 5xy. We still apply the same principle. We multiply the coefficient. So the coefficient of x here is 5. The coefficient of x here is also 5. Okay, so here I'm going to have 5 times 5 is 25. 25. I'll multiply the variables. So here I have x times x, which is x squared, and then I add my y. So 5x times 5xy is equal to 25x squared y. Let me write it properly. So let me put it here. This is equal to 25x squared y. All right. Okay, so for number 9, we have 4p times 3p. So we multiply the coefficient first. 4 times 4 is 12. And then we add the variables. P times p is p squared. And this is equal to 12p squared. So for division of algebraic expressions, we apply almost the same thing we did in multiplication. Okay, now division can be described as repeated subtraction, while multiplication, I described it as repeated addition. Now for division of algebraic expressions, now remember when we did multiplication, we multiply coefficients and coefficients, okay, and then we multiply variables, and then we brought them together. So now in division, we are going to take the coefficient, divide coefficient by coefficient, divide variables by variables. All right, so here we have an invisible coefficient 1 here, and 1 divided by 1 is still 1, so we don't need to bring that in. So here we have x raised to power 4 divided by x raised to power 2. Now x raised to power 4 is the same thing as x times x times x times x. Okay, x times x times x times x is the same thing as x raised to power 4. Now we are going to divide it by x times x. X times x is the same thing as x raised to power 2. So now we can cancel out. Okay, so here this x will cancel this one and this will cancel this. So we are left with x times x, which is equal to x squared. So x raised to power 4 divided by x raised to power 2, the answer is x raised to power 2. Okay, let's look at the second example under division. So here we have 4x raised to power 5 divided by 2x raised to power 2. Remember, coefficients will divide coefficients and variables will divide variables. This is only applicable in multiplication and division. All right. Okay, so here we have, let's divide coefficient by coefficient. So here we have 4 divided by 2 times, let's divide the variables now. So times we have, for x raised to power 5, we have x times x times x times x times x divided by, so x raised to power 2 is x times x. So here this will take this and this will cancel this. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, so this is going to give us 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then we have, after cancelling out, we have x times x times x, which is x raised to power 3. Okay, so 4x raised to power 5 divided by 2x raised to power 2 is equal to 2x raised to power 3. 2x raised to power 3. So for number 3 under division, we have 12f divided by 6f. Remember, coefficient will divide coefficients, and then the variable will divide variable. So here we are going to have 12 times f divided by 6 times f. Remember that 12f is the same thing as 12 times f. Okay, so this f and this will cancel out. 12 divided by 6 is equal to 2. So that's the answer. 12f divided by 6f, the answer is 2. Now we come to this one. What is this? What will this be? 10q divided by 2q. Coefficient will divide coefficient. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And then q divided by q is 1. That's times 1. And 5 times 1 is the same thing as 5. Okay, so let's see question number 5. We have 3 whole number 1 over 3 times 9x divided by 5. So it looks quite complicated, but it's very simple. Now the first thing we're going to do is to change this mixed number into an improper fraction. How do we do that? 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. So this is equal to 10 divided by 3 times 9x divided by 5. Now there are 2 ways to go about this. We can multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators, or we can easily cancel out. So 5 will go into itself 1, 5 will come into 10 2 times, 3 will come into itself 1, 3 will divide 9x, and we are going to be left with 3x. So now this is equal to 2 times 3x is 6 x. Okay, 1 times 1 divided by 1, and 6x divided by 1 is the same thing as 6x. Please, I would like us to take note of the following before we end this lesson for today. I would like us to take note of the following. Besides, if you have stayed up to this point on this video, it means you're already getting value. Please do well to like, share, and subscribe. Now, please note that 15x raised to the power 4 minus 3x raised to the power 2 cannot be simplified, okay? Because we don't have like terms here. What we have is unlike terms. It's just like saying 15 oranges minus 5 mangoes. They are not like terms. You can't subtract them. So these cannot be simplified. Okay, now here we have 15x raised to the power 4 plus 3x raised to the power 2. They are not like terms. They are unlike terms. So these cannot be simplified. Now, I am taking my time to explain this because I do not want you to be confused about multiplying coefficient by coefficient or dividing coefficient by coefficient. That is only applicable in multiplication and division of algebraic expressions. It is not applicable in subtraction and addition. Now, here we have 15x raised to the power 4 multiplied by 3x raised to the power 2. This can apply. This can be simplified. Why? We can multiply the coefficient by coefficient. Okay, so let's do that. So 15 times 3 is 45. And x raised to the power 4 times x raised to the power 2 is x raised to the power 6. I just picked one of these and then I added the exponent. So that's x raised to the power 6. Now, this can also be simplified. What will I do? I will divide the coefficient by coefficient. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. And x raised to the power 4 divided by x raised to the power 2, I'll just pick one of the base and subtract the power. So this is going to give me x raised to the power 2. So this can be simplified, multiplication rule. This can be simplified, division, but you cannot simplify this in addition and subtraction. If you got value from this video, please do well to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.